Hey guys, guess what? Today I have another project. I'm gonna do a project right here to finish off this space. You guys saw that video. Doesn't that look so cute? It makes me so happy. So because it makes me so happy, I ripped out that tree that was right here. I actually put it right there. So I am gonna try to save it, but I'm gonna put it in that bucket right there, okay? And I took that little bush out and they were all right here. So I pulled it out, filled in the holes. I'm gonna put some succulent soil on top of this so I can build some mounds. And I put this black iron, like, you know, embellishment against the wall just to give it some definition so it doesn't fall too flat. But I'm also going to put the flapjacks that I got from Lowe's and this baby right here, which if I treat it well, false ocotillo. If I treat it well, it will grow tall. So that's why I'm going to put it right there so it's in front of this thing right here so it can have some kind of like place that will help stand it up as it grows, because I don't want it to flop over like that one is. I'm also going to be adding this little flapjack too. I got that one from San Diego. It's not doing too good in that pot, so I'm hoping if I mix them all, they'll be fine. And then I'm gonna put this trailing aloe in there, and I might add a little bit of other things as we go along. So just wanna show you the before, and I'll show you a little bit in between, and then the after. so far, I had to stop because I didn't have enough rocks that mimicked that over here. So what I'm going to do is I got a mixture of this mountain granite. Okay, it's not the exact same rock, but what I'm going to do is move some of this to the side, have that as one of the centerpieces on that side. I also got some black charcoal because I'm going to do some ribbons along this over here. Now I added some succulents that you guys didn't get to see, but this is just what it's looking right now. I'm going to probably take out and remove in different sections, and you're going to be able to see that. This whole thing is getting redone. This whole thing. And I kind of just want to make it like more of like a cohesive under the sea kind of thing. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes, you know? Creativity is ongoing. So what you're seeing me do right here is I'm just adding some rocks. I got this mix of rocks from Home Depot, pretty much like $5 a bag. And I'm doing my own rock design on the side of the backyard in this section that I told you. And this actually gives you the ability to add more of an artistry to your landscape without just putting succulents in the ground. It's just as easy as this, as what you're seeing me do, okay? It's not complicated. It's not hard. Don't overwhelm yourself like you have to be perfect. But this is what it looks like. This is what we're doing, okay? One of the reasons why I encourage like rocks being laid out into your succulent design in ground is just because it just gives it a finished, complete look, and it just doesn't look unfinished. I don't really like the dirt or the soil that you're able to see through it, so I like being able to use these bags of rocks that you can get at your local big box stores, and you're able to just add a design using rocks. So I showed you earlier too in another clip the black charcoal that I got. And so I'm going to use the black charcoal as a ribbon to connect everything, to connect every single piece of this succulent garden right here. You know, I'm going to keep the ivy that's in this section because I'm going for a like under the sea theme in this section. I feel like the ivy kind of looks like, it kind of is going to give me the, I don't know, the sea creature kind of look. Like an octopus coming out of the sea, just really big. I don't know, I just kind of like it. So I'm just going to go with it, and I'm keeping the ivy. So I'm going to finish up just doing the rock formation while you can see what I'm doing. Using the scooper really does help me control how much I'm laying down and where I'm laying it down at. You can't really see this one. So let me go ahead and place this one in a different spot. Because it gets lost in between the two right there, so. I'm not adding a really thick layer. So the good thing about not adding a thick layer when you're doing this in ground, you guys know how I love potting in pots, but I love more potting in ground. I just love the design of, I just love having the big landscape part and being able to be creative in a bigger section, in a bigger way, not just in a smaller pot, you know? You're able to have more of a broader imagination going through when you do it in ground. Anyway, so I'm not doing a really thick layer. As you can see, I'm just sprinkling it on top of the soil, which makes it easier for me to pull out and put in new succulents and cacti. So don't think you have to have a lot of bags of this. You just need a little thin layer. And when you're working with little puzzles like this, you don't need as much. When you deal with bigger riverstone rocks or bigger lava rocks, you have a tendency to need more bags because of the simple fact of you need to cover more ground. I don't cover I go close to the sprinkler, but I don't cover the sprinkler. Just packing it on the soil. That's close to the top of the flat top. I'm going underneath the house right here because visually people are going to be able to see behind me. I'm gonna need to go get the other bag so I can cover the rest of all of this too. So sometimes when you are doing something like this and you know you don't want to put any more succulents in the ground, look and see if you have a pot around that would look good in here. See if there's something like me. I put this fish in. I have a tag that's still like connected, but hopefully through the winter it'll come off. But this is a pot that you see me redo. It's a perfect pot for right here because we're transitioning into winter, and that's a heavy duty pot. Like that, nothing's gonna happen to that. Also, if you could see right here, if you have a rock, big old rocks or little rocks that you collected along the way, put them in your in-ground succulent, garden. Because that's what we're doing right here. We're creating a garden, guys. We are creating a succulent garden in a small section in ground. So that's what we're doing. And right now I'm going to use the black lava rock to create a ribbon, okay? A ribbon going around, because the ribbon's going to help connect all this whole section together. Also, the two-tone color, like I'm using a black lava, is going to look good against this, and it's going to just be more eye-catching. Okay, so I'm going to start from back here. Trying not to mix, trying my best not to mix the two colors together. Let me just bring this over here. Lava rock to create the ribbon to give it contrast, okay? So I'm going to do it as if it's going right there. Okay. I'm going to continue right here. Again, connecting. All this is doing is just connecting a contrast. Okay. I'm going to connect it with the one back here. You can go back and refill the empty spaces if you feel like you need to. Other than that, keep on going. Keep on going. I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to go right up here. Okay. Right up here in between. I'm going to go a little bit thicker. A little bit thicker right here. Going down. That's what we're doing. Okay. It feels like it's really tedious, and it is, but you don't want to like make too much work by going too fast and then you mix both rocks. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and go all the way towards the aloe. That's right there. All the way towards right here. Now, I'm doing this before fall starts, so hopefully it won't get too bad as the rain comes, you know. If you do a thicker ribbon, it won't be too bad when it like, if something happens or whatever. It's thick enough to where it just draws your eye, gives you a different dimension to look at, but it's not, because you don't want to just have nothing but succulents and cacti. So what you're doing is, when you do the ribbon and the different two-tone rocks, you're causing your eye to be able to see different dimensions and stuff. So that's why we do this. This is why we're doing this, because it draws your eye and it causes interest. That's the word. Interest. Interest. Okay? So that is it, guys. This is the little tapestry that I'm working on. It's a work in progress, but I'm going to show you section by section. So I'm accomplished this section over here. These are just some tips. Use the black lava or a different color stone when you're doing a ribbon. It adds interest, and it doesn't make you have to feel like you have to like put so many different succulents in one section. As you can see, I have two flapjacks, two right here, the third one's right here. So 3 flapjacks. The bigger one I have on the right side, which is at the edge of where it starts, and that basically is to give it a balance. Right here I have another cacti or euphorbia of some sort in the back right here that trails up. I forget the name, but you guys, you've seen it in my succulent haul. I have some aloe down here, which when they're stressed, they get really red. So that might add some interest to the eye when they get red. I added the pot. That's another thing you're going to want to do to add some interest. And again, it takes a place of a succulent or a cacti without you feeling like you have to stuff so many at once. You got the aloe in the back. They're taller. They reach out. I'm going for a under the sea kind of like inspiration. That's what's inspiring me right now. So this kind of gives me like octopus, you know, tentacles. This back here it gives me like just very sea creatures in the sea. I just love it. I have the lipstick lady I put right here in the ground. I moved it from over here to over here, and then I added a larger rock on the bottom. And in between, you see just some starfish, and that's just decorative. It's just another thing to get interest, catch interest to someone's eye. Well, you guys, sorry, this was a lot. But I hope you like this, and I'm on my way. I'm on my way to creating my new backyard, a succulent fantasy. And that's what I want. That's what I want. I want it whimsy, I want it fun, and I want people to come in my backyard and just be like, wow, wow. So hopefully it wows you. God bless. Bye.